Well, hey, my name's Elizabeth, Liz, and this is Duvet Diaries. Happy to be starting this. It's been a long time coming, and I'm happy that we're finally here. Essentially, I just wanted to create a safe space for creatives and a platform and a place where we can have authentic and real conversations about things that matter and shed light on things that we care about. And throughout this season, I'm going to be having people that I love to talk to, my friends and people around me who are doing amazing things, but also have things to say about the different industries they're in, the different opinions that they have. And I just wanted to create a space where we can do this. As you can see, I'm on a bed. And you're probably thinking like, okay, Duvet Diaries, the bed, the duvet. Okay, but what is this about? My room has been a safe space for me and for a lot of creators and just a lot of people in general. Your home, your room, your bedroom, it's just a place of comfort. People talk about mental health a lot. And for me, I don't think I've fully really had to consider my mental health in a really real way until this year. I'd moved to a new city and I was in a new place with new people and I was so here for it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to move out of London real quick. It's fine, like I'm down to do that. Life came at me really quickly and I found myself, going back to my room and then realising the comfort of it for me. In the day, I'll go to work and I would almost be performative, just kind of show up for work, do what I need to do, have conversations with people. I'd come home and I could have like a time to kind of breathe and be like, actually, like now I can really be me. Now I can actually just decompress and just appreciate the comfort of my room and just being alone and being in this space. I think what I realised in that moment was that I would love to be able to provide a space for people to just be themselves, to just say what they have to say, and maybe things that they wouldn't have said to other people at work or at school, whatever the case may be, but in their room and in the comfort of their own home, they can actually just say what matters to them and just be. So that is how Duvet Diaries was born. I'm really excited for this. If I can open up a space for people to just truly say how they feel and just be able to create dialogue about people's journeys and where they are now and how they're doing, I think that's just really my goal. That is what Duvet Diaries is about. So here I am. Here is the first episode and I'm excited for you to see all that I've got in store for you all.
Obviously, you're connecting with a lot of creators from literally all over the place, different walks of life. Do you think there's one thing that brings everyone together, or do you think there's a beauty in the difference?
That's a really good question. And I think there is beauty in the difference. There's beauty in the differences of people and their journeys. I guess what collectively brings creatives together is just a feeling of wanting freedom to think how they think, to create art in the way they want to create art, to produce the content they want to produce content in the style they want to produce it. It's the all-encompassing, I guess, almost thing that brings creatives together. I think embracing the differences in opinions and experiences especially, and providing, I guess, a platform or a space for that to be listened to and heard is important. So I hope that that's what we achieve here. And yeah, man, there's being differences. Of course there is. So I love that.
Do you feel like there was like a signature point in your life that, like, I guess, made you who you are today?
I think it's hard to pinpoint one moment. When I look, at my life to this point now, there's been different key moments I think have really shaped me into who I am today. So I think it's hard to pinpoint one moment. As I said earlier this year, I really just saw the significance of what a safe space can provide for you and what comfort really provides for you. If I look at my past and I just look at all the different things I've been through, it's hard for me to pinpoint one thing because there's a lot of experiences and a lot of life that has been lived, even though I am literally 25. But yeah, I appreciate all the sort of moments and things that I've experienced because I wouldn't be who I am today without it. That sounds like a really cliche and, obvious answer, but it's true. And this is a safe space. I'm going to speak my truth.
Do you feel like the creative industry is kind of like missing this safe space that you're like intending to create with Duvet Diaries?
I think what is missing is just more avenues and more places for creatives to just be. I think sometimes it's expected for a creative to perform or to create or to produce, but is there a space for them to just be like, yeah, these are things I've done, this is things I've achieved, but I want to actually just talk about how I feel. I'm not sure there's always room for that or there's always invitation for that, and I just want to make sure we have a balance of the both. Like, it's amazing Like the amount of creatives that I know that are just doing incredible things, but it's like, do we know what their Monday to Friday looks like, or do we know what it looks like when they're not on Instagram or when they're not on a shoot or doing whatever the case may be? I just think sometimes we need to paint the whole picture rather than just zooming into one specific part of it. So hopefully, again, we do this here. Maybe one more question. Because really and truly, I want this season to speak for itself. I want the guests on here to speak for themselves. And yeah, hopefully you guys can be on this journey with us. So
how do you want, like, firstly, the guests to feel on your podcast? And also, what do you want the listeners to take from the conversations that you have?
Love that. I think, so the first part of that question, I want the guests that I have on to come in and feel as though I can actually say what I really think. I don't have to be unfiltered here. I don't have to have fear that the person who asks me questions is going to judge my answers. I want them to feel like this truly is a safe space. They're here because they're appreciated, and what they say and what they want to say is loved, heard, and appreciated. And the second part of that question, what do I want listeners to take from it? So you guys listening, you guys watching, I just want you to feel seen at whatever stage of life you're at. I'm going to have people that are on here that you might look at them and think, wow, like I want to be doing exactly what they're doing. But I want you to really hear their journey and hear how they've got to where they are. And also hear that they have so much further that they want to go. So sometimes it seems daunting. I want to do all these things and I want to achieve all these things. Like, how do I do it? Well, they're also in the process of trying to do that also. So yeah, I just don't want, I guess, creatives listening or just people in general listening to think that their goals are too far for them to reach, or they're dreaming way too big, or because of their current circumstances that they can't do what they want to do, because there's not one set route to do anything. There's not one set path for anything. I think it's just also embracing your journey, however that looks like. And yeah, just being positive that where you want to go, you can go there. So yeah, I think that's enough for the first episode. I want you guys to really enjoy this season, and I'm excited for you guys to see what's in store. There's a lot in store. So yeah, cheers to you guys. I don't cringe at that. If you guys are watching, you would just see me hold up a glass. But if you're listening, yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in, and can't wait to hear you guys or see you guys and hear what you guys have to say about this. Yeah, I'm excited. So hold tight, you lot. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.